Assalamu alaikum dear students. 11th English
Today
हमने आज
we will read
English से जो
a
हमने
lesson.
आज का टॉपिक लिया
It
है
is lesson number 14 from
handful of
11th
dates,
English. The name of
जिसको
it
लिखा
is
है
A Handful of
ताइब
Dates.
सालिया ने।
This has been written by
ताइब सालिया जो
an
है
Arabic
इसकी
poet
पैदाइश
Taib
1929 में होती है।
Taib Swalya
was born in
Sudan,
northern
Sudan in 1929.
फिर कॉटन
And he
यूनिवर्सिटी
got
से
education
पढ़े
from
हैं।
the University of Khartoum.
ताइब सालिया is widely
Taib
acknowledged
is
as
widely
one of
acknowledged
the
as one of the important contemporary Arab writers.
After a brief period of working
He was
as
a teacher by
in Sudan,
profession, but
he moved to London
after a brief
to work
period
for
of
BBC.
Arabic service,
Working as a teacher
Swalya's
in Sudan,
writing
he moved to
drawn
London
from
to
his
work
experience
for BBC
of communal
Arabic
village
service.
life.
Creates around
Swalya's
people and
writing
their
drawn from his experience of communal
centers
village
around
life,
people and their
centers around people and their complex relationship. His Seasons of Migration to the North 2001 is regarded as one of the most important Arab novels of the 20th century. This handful of dates, as you know, handful, if we will translate it in Urdu, हम कहते हैं खजूर. Handful of dates, मुट्ठी भर खजूर. Taib Swalya narrates this. I will read this lesson. Taib Swalya says, I must have been very young at the time. While I don't remember exactly how old I was, I do remember that when people saw me with my grandfather, they would pat me on the head and give my cheek a pinch, things they didn't do to my grandfather. The strange thing was that I never used to go out with my father. Rather, it was my grandfather who would take me with him wherever he went, except for the mornings when I would go to the mosque to learn the Quran. The mosque, the river, the fields, these were the landmarks in our life. While most of the children of my age grumbled at having to go to the mosque to learn the Quran, I used to love it. The reason was no doubt that I was quick at learning by heart, and the Sheikh always asked me to stand up and recite the chapter of the Merciful whenever we had visitors who would pat me on my head and cheek just as people did when they saw me with my grandfather. Yes, I used to love the mosque, and I loved the river too. Directly we finished our Quran reading in the morning, I would throw down my wooden slate and dart off, quick as gin, to my mother, hurriedly swallow down my breakfast, and run off for a plunge in the river. When tired of swimming about, I would sit on the bank and gaze at the strip of water that would away eastward and hid behind a thick wood acacia tree. I loved to give rein to my imagination and pictured to myself a tribe of giants living behind that wood, a people tall and thin, with white beards and sharp noses, like my grandfather. Before my grandfather ever replied to my many questions, he would rub the tip of his nose with his forefinger, and as for his beard, it was soft and luxuriant and as white as cotton wool. Never in my life have I seen anything of a purer whiteness of great beauty.